What is happening, everybody? This is Cody, aka DFS Prodigy, coming to you live, breaking down this upcoming tennis slate for the Indian Wells slate that locks at 1 p.m. Before we begin, hit that like button for me. Definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel, as a ton of y'all know. I'm gonna try to get more tennis content out there on the video wise. I'm excited about the slate. Like I said, I've been playing tennis for a while, personally and in DFS wise. So I just got off work, drinking the coffee, obviously, trying to stay up as long as I can so I can see my fiance. But like I said, we're going to break down a couple of prize picks that I like and obviously the tennis slate. So there's 9 games. I feel like we could go and break this down. It's not like 23 where there's a lot of games. So we can kind of break down each matchup. But we have Taylor Fritz Taylor Fritz versus Alex de Minaur. So de Minaur's 5-4. The thing is, Fritz, I think, can give a set. I really do. We saw it last slate where he gave up a second to Minaur, which he looked okay in, but the double faults weren't really in our favor. He was a scary pick. I played him last slate. I liked it. I thought he was going to roll Minaur, but again, he gave up a set. He looked kind of bad in that second set. So to me, I do see de Minaur being a value at 5-4. Do I think he wins? No, I think Fritz can handle this matchup, but then again, it's just all about the serve game and the forehand game. That's the question that brings me to this matchup. But the Kurzamak versus Beerutini, I think Beerutini rolls him. There's no way that he can lose this. I don't see him losing this. He's done amazing so far. He looked good against Lloyd Harris. I really think that Kemich got lucky. I really do. He looked good. I picked him last slate. He beat Klilich, but I don't think he can beat Beerutini. Beerutini is on a whole nother level. I love the power that Beerutini brings. I just don't think that Kurzamak is ready for this matchup. This is going to be a really good match. I'm excited about talking about this one. Nick Kyrgios, the bad man himself, the tennis game that everybody hates, versus Sinner. So, Janik, he's been up and down. I know he has. Some days he has good days, some days he has bad days. I just don't think that he can hang with Kyrgios. I think Kyrgios has the style of play that will outlast Sinner. I really do think this is going to go to 3. Nick Kyrgios has looked good. He beat Casper Ruud. I love that. I love that he won that. I played him there. I really do think that he can win this matchup. I like him here at 6'9" as a value play. Do I like him more than Minner? Yes, I do. So that's why I'm kind of going towards Nick Kyrgios here to be my value play of the slate. Acapella and Nadal, I want to go with the darling and Acapella. I really do at 4-9, but it's Nadal. How can you go against Rafael Nadal? He's beaten the best of the best. Like I said, there's not much things to say about this matchup. Just play Nadal on the slate, play him at 10K, fit him into your lineup if you can. I highly recommend that's going to be your spindle that you want to go to. Isner and Dimitrov, the battle of the big serves. Who do I want to go with here? I want to go with John Isner. He destroyed Diego Schwartzman. Schwartzman just didn't look like he knew what to do out there. So I like Isner. He's on a hot streak to serve. We know how big of a serve game he has. It's close to Andy Roddick. I don't think Dimitrov can hang with him. I mean, we've seen him lose to Millman. We've seen him lose to Benito Paire, Chrissy. He's had bad losses, man. That's just what I'm thinking. Like I said, I like Isner here as a value. Samuel Halep versus Petra Martic. I've been up and down on this one. Part of me thinks that that Martic can get a set off of Halep at 4-9. I do think she can. Halep, we know how she's been about the injuries. We know how she can be up and down, inconsistent. I just think that she can beat. I think Halep can beat her in 3 sets. I really do. That's just not a value play. That's not a spin up play that I really want to get to. Like I said, so Madison Keys versus Iga, similar story. I think Iga rolls to Madison Keys. I don't think Keys can hang with her. I think, again, this is kind of like the Beerutini match where she gets steamrolled. Carlos Alcaraz versus Gael Monfils. Alcaraz has been another darling. He's been a DFS darling for me and a price picks darling. 9-2, Monfils, we know he can give anybody trouble. We've seen him on the court. He can do wild shots everywhere possibly. At 5-5, I understand that if you want to get to him at 5-5, I think Monfils can take a set. I think this is going to be a 3-set battle. And then going to my favorite match of the night that I'm locking and loading is Brooksby at 7-2. Brooksby is an American that has looked amazing. I don't think Cameron Norrie can handle Brooksby right now. We saw him versus Stefanos. We know the game is there. We really do. The Brooksby, he's putting it all together. He's looked amazing. I do think that he can beat Cameron Norrie. I really do. So that's kind of where I'm thinking of on this DK, on the DK slate. Oops. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut off my video. Let's go to the prize pick side. So I've kind of a similar story. I do like Brooksby at 12.5. I think that's way too cheap. If you want to, we didn't see Rublev on Herkovich on the GK slate, but I do like Rublev to roll him in 2 sets. I do like that a ton. So, and if you want to get sneaky with another play, I do think you can take the over on Iga Swiatek at 15.5. So that wraps up the slate for us, guys. Thank you for tuning in. I hope it is great and safe for us today. Have a good one, everybody.